Guys, hello? I think the show's about to start, like now.
Hello and welcome to Behind the Plastic, a show where toy photographers talk to toy photographers about toy photography. I'm Sequential Plastic. That is Jay. Hi, Jay.
Hi.
That is Simon. Hi, Simon.
Hello.
We have an incredible guest tonight. And you know what, Simon? I'm going to put you on the spot. You are going to introduce them tonight.
All
Simon,
right,
take it away.
I'm going to do it. Don't interrupt me. We have a really amazing toy photographer today. And he does amazing work, and he has got the Haya Toys hookup. So let's bring in Mr. Figure Four Photos.
Woo! Welcome to the show.
Too kind, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. I consider you all to be really, really incredibly talented. So I you guys have
Stop it.
Oh, stop.
Well, thank you. We consider you one of the most talented dudes we know, thus you being here. Thank you for coming on.
Right on. Thank you for having me.
Dylan,
Okay.
welcome to the show. You have 4 kids. How do you find time for toy photography?
So they're 2.5, almost 8, 10, and almost 15.
Wow.
So the small one goes to bed fairly early. The 2 other ones go to bed right about now. Like, I got them to bed moments before getting on this. And then the other one just takes care of himself at this point, which is like freaking fantastic. So as soon as 8 o'clock rolls around, it's my time. And if I see any children, I just freak out and tell them to go away at this point, because it's been a long fucking day. Or I'm sorry if there's no swearing, but it's been a long day by that point. So it's that's my time until whenever,
Until the morning rolls around and real life sets in.
Little night owl action.
Is this only toys, or do you have to like cram multimedia stuff? Is it like, okay, this is my movie time, this is my alone show time, this is my video game time? Kind of like, what other stuff are you into besides?
Oh my god! So like, my wife and I, Chloe, we got married at the end of September, and so that was like a whirlwind of like planning and things like that. And
congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you. But we decided to do like little succulents, like small succulents.
I don't think you can say that on here.
Like your name tag when you come to the dinner after our service, after everything. So we had to like tie bows on like lots and lots of succulents and pop them and things like that. So those are the types of things that also happen after 8 o'clock. Hopefully not too many more of those nowadays, but I'm married and we have our time after the kids go to bed as well. And it's a long
now you're married. Now you can let yourself go and just shoot toys all the time.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
That's exactly how
I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that.
Dylan, why don't you tell us how you got into toy photography in the first place? How long you been doing this? What got you into it? All that good stuff.
Sure. COVID was like the point, I think, where a lot of us might have gotten into toy photography. I needed like something to do with all of my extra time. And I took photography in high school and I'd never really come back to it, but I knew I enjoyed it. And I don't even remember what it was. I think I probably saw something on like Facebook. Like, I wasn't on Instagram until I decided that I was going to start doing toy photography. Mm-hmm. So I think I probably saw something on Facebook somewhere. And then it was all wrestling figures at the beginning. My son and I, at that time, he was still young enough to like want to like mess around and play with toys. 4 years ago or so, almost 5 years ago now. So we had wrestling toys that we'd play with and be stupid with. And cool. I was like, oh, well, maybe I could do something with these, So I bought an extreme set, big cardboard arena pop-up thing, and I started there and loved it, and have been kind of trying my best to evolve and get better, over time.
Let me ask you something. When you're kind of sick and tired of looking at kind of the stuff that you own, right? And it's just pick one of these two. Would you rather pick up a new figure to kind of get you to go wow, or would you rather pick up a new dio?
Dio. I mean, if I was near my garage, I would show you guys, but my garage is packed with dioramas. Like after the show, maybe very quickly I can show you guys, but dioramas are like my thing, probably more than the figures. When I get a new dio, I can think of like 10 different figures I want to use on it, not just like, one new figure that I want to pose around and do different things with. It's like a new diorama is how my juices get flowing usually.
Yes.
I couldn't agree. Because it kind of gives you the, like older figures that you kind of put aside. Those light bulbs go off.
Yeah, you go back. Yeah, as long as they're easy to get to. I try to make everything fairly easy to get to.
Good call.
Yeah, for sure. So
you ever build any of your own dials?
I'm not very good. I've built.
But you do.
What's that?
But you do. You have built some dials?
I've done some like ground pieces. Like I've done some like stonework kind of ground pieces, or like a road and stuff like that. Back in the day, I built a throne for Triple H. Did you guys ever see that big Celtic cross throne that he sat in?
No.
I did one of those like a long time ago. I painted stuff, but mostly just like 3D printed parts that somebody else has already done all the work on. I just paint them,
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm not super good with dioramas, or maybe it's the fact that I have to do that or shoot photos.
Right.
The time management thing.
Yeah. So like I would rather, time is money. So I'd rather just have somebody else do that shit.
For sure. For sure. What was your evolution from like wrestling photos, or what you started with? I'm assuming because of your name, it was mostly wrestling stuff, into some of what you do now.
So to be perfectly honest, I found Mezco. And I bought like 2 of them or something like that to begin with. And then I bought like 10, and then I bought like 20. And then all of a sudden it was like, I kind of don't like there's a price difference, obviously, but there's like a really, really substantial quality difference too. Whether you're looking at 4 times the price of like a plastic wrestling figure or not, it's just, there's so much more you can do with them. So that's the evolution right there.
My God, you should be glad that Mezco doesn't do wrestling figures, because you would be baroque.
I want them to. I want them to very badly. Like if I could get like a Steve Austin with like a actual pleather vest, and
that'd be pretty sick.
Like trunks and knee pads and shit like that. They did knee pads with the TMNT, and I was like,
oh my God, that's a whole rabbit hole.
That's who I think they should break into wrestling with, is a Nacho Libre.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Funny that we're talking wrestling now, because over the last couple of days I've been watching that Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix. Really good. And it's gotten me to actually. So I'm using my cousin's Peacock, and I'm literally just watching Raws, like
the network stuff,
Raws, SmackDown, and I'm like Attitude Era, and I'm having and again, it's just like on. It's been on like. During like,
are you doing like all sorts of stuff like this? Are you doing this all the time? Yeah, get him, kill him. Are you doing that?
Yeah,
man, those were the good old days. And like they say, you don't know you're in the good old days until
they go.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but it is awesome stuff to see that.
Well, you might not have Mezco wrestlers, but we do have Mezco GI Joes, and we're going to take a look at one of your shots with them.
Ooh,
look at this shot. Man,
my God.
And,
Okay,
and
so
I was like super on the fence about the Joe line at first. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Like I bought the Destro and I was like, you
The
know,
worst one. That's the worst
Yeah.
one.
and wasn't it the first one though too?
Yeah, it was an interesting starter.
Yeah.
I think Destro is awesome, but these guys, I just got the Duke. I have the Roadblock. It's just like, okay, but we're not talking about me. Let's talk about this photo. This thing is amazing. First of all, the posing, spot on. The background, practical explosion, not a real explosion, but a practical explosion. Tell us about that.
Okay, so that was sent by a company called Blueprint Toys. I mean, that was like kind of their jam. Like they started off with doing a lot of explosions and things like that. And then I weaseled a little Ulanzi in there, like right in the middle, just backlighting the two of them, like right underneath the buggy there.
Yeah.
To give it a little more illumination. They light up really, really bright in the first place, so that didn't necessarily need it, but I just like a strong backlight every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It looks so good, man. So are you sold on the GI Joes now?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I don't have. I got Snake Eyes for free with the rewards points on Mezco. Like I had saved up that many where I was like, fuck it, I'll just get fucking Snake Eyes. So I got him. And that was another one that I wasn't like overwhelmingly happy with, and I got rid of that one. But Firefly
Firefly is sick, dude.
Sweet. And that's where I was like, okay, like maybe I should give it a second look, you know, like and yeah, Duke and Roadblock are really good. So
sweet. It's an excellent photo. And Jay, I'm sorry, we got a minute 16 left. We go. Let's see time. Dylan, if you were a car, what kind of car would you be?
Cool. Ooh, a Vespa.
Cool.
How about a is that okay?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah?
Get two of them, you got a car.
Okay.
Your favorite IP to shoot? And let's take G.I. Joe off the table.
Take G.I. Joe, a Batman. That was pretty easy. Yeah.
What's your favorite third-party figure that you've gotten this year?
Limb Toys, rest of us.
Yeah, the rest of us.
Yes,
Nice.
the rest of us. Yeah.
Okay, Dylan, you're on death row. What's your last meal?
Ooh, filet. A little filet. I gotta have a little meat before I go out, you know. Maybe some asparagus, some mashed potatoes, that kind of thing. You know, nice heavy meal.
Yes, of course, for the big sleep.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite wrestler, and let's take the ones off the table that you mentioned. Triple H and Steve Austin are off. Who's the one that you're picking?
If we go like maybe a little more recent, like
4 seconds.
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles for the win. Thank you for coming on.